But everybody wanna holler corner here against corner, such how to dare against all the time, how to air. Yo, D, man, you're rapping too fast. Shit, maybe I should cut down and make you eat a whole thing of glass. Oh, D, don't make the fans all laugh. What the heck are you talking about? You all draft. The Putin, gunshots, I'm looting. You got a better chance of seeing Rasputin inside with an Uber. What you try to do? Cause you cats to me sound worse than manure. Smell it. Now let me tell you something, I'm angelic, but all the time that you cats be acting harder like you felon. Felon what? You felon dog it every time that you try to spit. Enj, let it go. Clinch, 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 clinch the throne. Yo, Enj, let it, let it, let it, let it, let it, let it go. See, can a newbie do this? QD? Or probably be locked up sitting in QB, but no hike, no more scorers and no type. It's funny, right? People would think that I might write out of sight. Too damn good for the rest of y'all. Pardon that. Half of you cats couldn't have started that. Chatter wouldn't quarter that. You should just take with a freaking with error. So every time that you can have started that, hoarded that, more than that, all the time think it's more to I. Guess I kill rappers out here, be mortified. Never firing, hiring like the cats be styring. Cause all you ever hearing is the sirens. Shit, that shit calm you down. Silence. Everybody saying I'm crazy. Violence. Who the heck can these rappers out here supplying? Over here denying. I can defying. Took it over Juice, but I couldn't even fly. Please out, Juice World. I wish you didn't die. Guess I had the game of manifesto to your eye. Swing flies against here. No care. But they acting like they can really kill, yeah. Like they all getting money and they real, yeah. Acting like they trying to run to the field, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now let me do something you haven't heard before. Give you a little knowledge and knocking at your front door. Telling you girls to stop dressing up like whores, or maybe after they get a freaking bigger score. But you know what difference between me and you, y'all? That I don't care about sliding, boy. I saw. Guess you saying you're better than who? Better than woo? Better than Sue? Better than you? Oh, shit. I'm from that old school real shit that motherfuckers really can spit in this, but you? Let's all lead. Take your smartphones out, kids, and let's all read. Fuck that. That shit will never be me. Too ill for all the cats in these melodies, cease. So what the heck can I do? From better than these, I can destroy you from A to Z. Hi, I guess I'm gonna deny. Kill everybody out here, be singing their golden childs. You gold-plated. Rocky rolling the whole road skate. I guess you think you're better than E? Full-weighted. I guess with the phone tapping, the cats acting, saying that they got with their money, these cats are all acting. Acting like camera shy, but everybody would say they all get movies, one play. Scream, let's all talk. Bean, triples over here against rappers with no dreams. Am I too ill for the rest of these cats? Or am I just a vitamin pill just to come with some pillars and open down like I'm illers and back then how I feel is rocking an old chiller? No gorillas?
And that was all freestyle.
Yeah.
Welcome to LA on the Rise. This is all about people who are chasing their dreams. And today I'm with a hip hop artist out here making moves. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Enjetic. And, I'm here in LA, man. Shout out everybody out. Thank you so much for having me on the show, bro. Really do appreciate it.
Of course, man. Something really interesting about you is you freestyle all of your songs.
Yeah, I do.
How did you get the ability to do that?
I'm actually illiterate, and it's hard for me to read and write. So when I was trying to always write the rhyme, people used to make fun of me because I used to look like chicken scratch. So I got mad one day and I took it. I'm like, I don't need this paper anymore. I'm going to learn how to spit off my head and literally just be so just be a beast. Just be a beast and that's it. Nobody can say nothing. You're going to be the best entertainer because A, you can do it on the spot. B, nobody can stump you. A lot of DJs and a lot of radios try to stump me. They can't stump me because I write from here. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. I taught myself how to do that.
So when you made the decision to be an awesome freestyler, what's the first step to become that?
Just listening to beats, and I was terrible when I first started. I think I was, 12 years old, and I was trying it, and I was actually a singer back then because I can actually really sing. So I was doing my singing, and I loved it. But like hip hop just has something, because my dad from way back was into hip hop. Like, he got the first Brooklyn rapper to ever go gold he worked with, and that was Dana Dane. So for him to be in the studio when Nightmares was created, you know, it always gave me motivation to come off. And then being around Charles Hamilton, watching his success and watching him becoming that dude and watching him just not stopping, put me in another light. Like, oh man, I got to get this.
Being around those people, did they give you any advice to help you
Oh,
grow in your career?
Charles actually was, rest in peace to my sister's husband. He taught me how to literally really rap good. That was Justo. I called him the golden child. That dude was just nasty. He taught me, and then when me and Charles hooked up, Charles was like, "You're a great freestyle, but you can't make a song." Like, what you mean? And he was like, "All right." He goes, "I got you." So he showed me something. He said, 16, I think it's a hook, and then another 16. He goes, "You're gonna be one of the most fastest writers." I said, "What you mean?" So I went, and then I did the hook, and then I did it. I'm like, "Oh wow, that's easy." And that was it. That's how I learned to make songs.
So that brought you from an MC to basically a songwriter.
Yeah, Hamilton really did. Hamilton sat down with me for almost it's like 6 years now. 6 years now. And from there, he made me spit for 45 minutes straight before I can even work with him. And then that night we finished 34 records in a row.
That's amazing, man. You're doing some Juice World shit.
Shout out to Juice World. He was a good dude.
Yeah, he was an amazing artist. Did you see him freestyling for 1 hour on Tim Westwood?
Yeah, but I mean, you think an hour's no, I'm just joking. I can go off. Me and Charles literally could probably go off for a day without stopping. I'm telling you that right now.
Do you have any advice for maybe a hip hop artist tuned in right now that like wants to become a better freestyler? Like what's a gem you could give out?
Just honestly look up something and just try to flip it. Like, quick one. Kanye West rocking glasses right behind this G. Now I guess it's like I gotta take my pocket, see, but the apocalypse inside this can even get the clip. I guess I gotta be Amy Wine without dying quick. Shout out to her, Missa. Can't even lie, toke. People what confused, hitting the Beatles inside boat. But let me stop it, like everybody can elope, like everybody got that BET back with what revolt. Hold up, and I ain't trying to lie against this, like something like that. So easy.
Wow, that's crazy. You just getting inspiration from the posters. Holy shit.
Exactly. So I'm just giving you something.
Wow, it's very impressive, man. And it's awesome that I'm speaking to someone who can freestyle really good, because I know some rappers do it, but it's really not that common nowadays.
MC. There's a difference between rapper, MC, rapper, artist. You're seeing more artists than MCs, rappers than MCs. Like yesterday in the showcase, engage the crowd, learn, like, you know what I mean, microphone control, engage the crowd, MC. So I know how to engage a crowd. I know how to make people lose their mind. I know how to make people hype. You know what I mean? That's an MC. I never consider myself as a rapper. I always consider myself an MC because I can control the stage any which way I want it.
That was an interesting breakdown, man. I feel like that is not talked about enough.
Well, you get it confused. The mainstream calls it rap. You know what I mean? The underground calls it rap, but people don't break it down because they don't ever tell you a lyricist, MC, MC, lyricist, rapper, artist. There's three. You could see it if you're a real rapper, because an MC will spit more about the culture, engage the crowd, write records to hype up a crowd and have the crowd anticipation most of the time. A rapper will write, but will write something that when he would go up on stage, he doesn't know how to really conduct the mic or sit there with the mic and get the crowd going crazy or get the feel. An artist is the type just to write something, and he's not going to go up there and freestyle or try to even freestyle. The rapper will try to freestyle, but the artist won't. The MC will do both, hype up the crowd, make sure the crowd is hyped, do that, drop a freestyle, talked about itself, engage the crowd, walk around, finish the set, then engage the crowd again.
Where did you learn all this?
Father. I could not do hip hop or even be in the industry or even say anything without knowing my history. They wouldn't let it the others at all.
I want to get into this album that you have called Regenerated. I see that you got 142,000 streams on it.
Yeah, it's still going up. God bless.
What's the secret to getting a bunch of streams, man?
Put good music out. That's it. You really want it? Put music out, put good concepts out. Study, I'm going to be honest with you. Study the craft. Study, like I went to showcases, right? Study what they like, the beat wise and the way that they you know, the way that they come out with their, not like their verses, but maybe like their flows. See what the girls are starting to like. Analyze a lot more and study, and you will get a lot of looks, man. I'm serious.
You were like kind of analyzing the consumer before creating the project.
Exactly.
Oh, that's very smart, man. A lot of people get excited and they just start and they don't even take that extra step to do that. So that's a great piece of advice you just threw out there.
And then to get yourself good, have a marketing plan, have a plan how you're going to be marketing everything, build up a little bit of team, have your team, have them distribute things, give it from here, go to blogs, placements, playlists, and you'll be fine.
On that project, is there a certain song on it that was getting a little bit more attention than the rest?
Let Her Know is the record that every time I go see a DJ or anywhere, they're like, yo, that's a hit. Like, yes, I don't know if you saw it that day, a little clip of me performing. Everybody was singing Let Her Know in that place. And that was crazy. Just watching it inside Coney Island. They were all singing the lyrics with me. I was like, holy shit. Sometimes you just don't realize it.
When you were creating that song, did you know that like people were really going to be fucking with it, or you were just having fun?
Hell no. It was me and my girl was fighting and shit like that. And me and her were on the point of just saying, me and my wife were just on the point of going like this. And I'm like, you know what? The hell with this. I said, I'm going to make a hit record in front of her. And the record's going to say, I got to let her know. And that's why I said, for all eternity.
You ain't never going to leave.
Exactly. Exactly. So after that, that was it. Got stronger than ever. And that's my wife. That's it.
Well, I'm glad you shared that story, man. And that is a really great song. I could easily hear that on the radio.
It's being played in PA and VA right now and all over, and it's going to be hitting New York in the next month. Like Power 105, Hot 97, all that, yeah.
How'd you set that up?
You know, being around the industry and then knowing a lot of people, man, it's just thing about me is I'm not going to put like the budget up unless we know it's a sure thing to get the money back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you want to hear what people are going to think. Let me give new artists this quick advice. Before you put your money into anything, have DJs spin it, have DJs give you their feedback, have the crowds give you their feedback, because then you'll know which one's the winner. You gotta remember, I did that whole album in one night.
That's pretty impressive. So the whole thing freestyled.
Whole thing freestyle in one night. No, not even in one night. How many hours? 2 hours? 2 hours.
All right. So let's just say you have a song idea, you go off the top of the head, and then you listen to it back. Do you change anything with it, or it's crisp how it is?
Crisp how it is.
That's very impressive, man. We don't got a lot of that now.
Because it's just like, sometimes like my producer, he would be going, yo, you gotta say that word a little bit more correctly. But that whole regenerated, she actually thought of the idea out there, my girl. She actually said, because I was working with somebody that was holding my music back for a long time, and they messed up the whole my fan base. So it went from having like 32,000 hits to having like nothing, because I kept going into interviews saying, yo, my album's gonna come, my album's gonna come, my album's gonna come. People were just like, they didn't want to hear nothing. So me and her watching the numbers go down by the thousands, and we're like, yo, how the heck? And then when I left him, she was like, yo, do the album Recharged. And then boom, shot up. And then she goes, hit him with another album called, with an LP called Recharged. And then boom, hit him with the album Regenerated. And then boom, and it sparked. And that was it. Now I got
Wow.
the fan base back. People going crazy every time they see it. It's a good thing. But I like being kind of person that goes around, hangs out with the people, talk with the people. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm an artist. At the end of the day, I'm an artist.
Yeah, no, it's good to talk with the people and show some love and do some a little bit of networking.
That's what I'm saying. I love it. I love just hanging out. So that's what one thing that Charles taught me. He was a big star, but he was like, yo, I'm gonna go hang out with this guy right here. That I was like, yo, you're crazy. You don't even know that. I don't care. He would just go and hang out with his fans. And I was like, what? And then I realized what he did. He made a core fan base forever, which was ingenious.
Yeah, people want to grow on social media, which it could definitely work, but it's like that nothing beats that face-to-face interaction. And I feel like people think that's like an old thing or whatever, but that's the strongest thing.
He works in politician. I did maybe you probably read about the national campaigns I ran and the congressional district. I was the head of the congressional district, managing a candidate for Congress and for New York State, and realized that when we went to the doors and knocking on the doors and sitting there interacting was a lot better than them just coming to the meetings and them just talking. So that actually is crazy, but the numbers actually show that that's actually the best thing to do.
I want to just touch on like the new wave of rap that we got out. So like uh a rapper's image, it's like the colored hair, you got the face tats. Like what's your point of view on like the new wave like rapper image?
Wayne made it. That's Little Wayne. That's not New York. That's down south.
No, that's a really good point, man. Yo, Lil Wayne has birthed so many rappers, it's unbelievable.
Little Wayne has birthed so many rappers, but you got to give him his roses because Little Wayne was there since the 90s. People don't realize it. Like he was already a platinum artist, I think, 14 years old with a record called The Block Is Hot. I used to listen to him all the time, Juvie and everybody. I thought he was good. Little Wayne, again, Little Wayne was an old artist that they made new.
Hmm.
Can't get mad at that.
So, have you ever had any thoughts on maybe, and I'm not saying you have to, but like have you ever had any thoughts on like maybe changing the image to kind of like fit in with what's going on, or you just want to be you and fuck the bullshit?
Second, then I don't feel like I'm real to my art form. I had a lot of people try to change me back in the day, and I was like,
What were some
okay.
what were some things they were telling you to change?
Tattoos, hair, um, attitude. I didn't give a shit at that time. You know what it is though, man? It's a competitive sport at the end of the day. At the end of the day, too, it's business. But when you really dig deep into that industry, man, it's just like, yo, this is my competitor right here. And when we on the stage, you're my prey. Like that's how we looked at it when we were younger, and then we realized we were like, damn, we could have made so much money together.
Yeah. No, it is competitive, at the end of the day. I don't know how much it is now because people don't really
Yeah, still
spit
very
dope
competitive.
shit. Actually, the new rappers, they're more friendly. Like the ones, the big ones, they're more. They don't want to start any beefs or riffs or anything.
Well, that no, it's not even that. It's you become a liability. When you become a liability to anything, any company, they don't want to deal with you no more. The
Hmm.
tolerance, like, why would I? If I'm a businessman, why am I gonna go up and try to threaten somebody with a bat? Why am I gonna go and threaten somebody with a gun? What are you gonna tell the next business when I come there? What are you gonna say? You're gonna say I don't want him. I don't. He causes too much trouble, causes too much mayhem. Perfect example. What's that guy where everybody was stomping that came to the concert and people died in the mosh pit?
Travis Scott.
Boom. How many you think that people want him to come back to places?
Absolutely no one.
Exactly. So even these drill rappers, they don't realize that when a place gets shot up, your career is over because nobody's gonna want you to perform.
How about another good example? How about 6ix9ine? All the venues that didn't want him to perform.
6ix9ine. I'm gonna say is a marketing genius because he figured out how to. I know you looked at me weird like that, but he figured out how to get the money with making himself look like a character that he's not, which basically went into the culture, took all the money out of the culture, flipped it into other things, and he's living good now. So it showed you that the actor, the perfect thing, entertainer. He was a perfect entertainer. You know what I mean? I don't believe half of the antics that happened with 6ix9ine. I believe a lot of that was like staged. A lot of that was money given to him, because it doesn't. If you look at a lot of things that he has, doesn't add up at all.
I'm glad you said that because actually a few days ago I was actually thinking the same thing of like, man, I feel like all the drama with him, I feel like that was all just like publicity stunts.
It could have been that, or the government basically trying to change the whole wave of music and the whole wave of my process, because we were going through a really bad recession. So if they have somebody they can pinpoint the issues and the problem with, starting off with R. Kelly, they already knew they had all that evidence on Homeboy, but they just slammed him because of everything that's going on now. So if they could change the antics and go, okay, we're gonna put all the news on this man and then all the news on this man, we're not gonna, now the people's minds ain't gonna be like, goddamn recession, we ain't getting no money, we ain't getting nothing right here, we ain't doing nothing right here. That's it. It's an illusion. Everything that you see is an illusion when it comes to the mindset of music, the mindset of reality. So I always looked at it. I'm a writer, right? I'm a journalist. How do we know this really happened in Fox News? How do we really know this happened in CNN? It's everything what they're giving people to basically saying third person's perspective. That's all we ever seen is third person perspective. We're not seeing first person perspective. So we don't really know all the stuff that happens in the background. And that's all I'm trying to say.
That's absolutely right. And we with the news, we just take their word for it. That's all we could do.
Exactly.
For someone like yourself pursuing music,
Yeah.
is the main source of money the streaming, or how do you make your money?
Performances.
All right, what are we getting a show right now?
Can go range from 1,000 to 500.
All right. Hey, that's pretty damn good compared to these other people who are paying to perform.
Well, I told everyone I'm not going up there unless that. And if they, my thing is, I don't know if you realize it, but I have multi-million streams on other songs. So I collect stuff from other records too. Um, I told the dude that I'm really close with, I said, I'm not going back out for free, because I went out yesterday, did something with the people. That's my man's, got love. But most of the time it has to be paid because, you have to make money to live. You can't sit here and not make anything. Can't make ends meet. How are you gonna make ends meet going out and performing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna make ends meet and keep paying?
Well, I mean, people, I feel like people use it just to have like more eyes on them, and like they pay just to have some people who don't know of them see them perform. And I don't know, I kind of feel a little weird about it, but like it is what it is, you know?
It feels weird because it's talent. Like, I kind of feel like some of them are kind of like distorting the talent. Like, you got talent, and I know you got talent, but you got to pay me to show your talent. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, basically, like if you want this opportunity, to play at my bar or whatever the case may be, it's like, I'm not just gonna let you walk on there.
When we go down south, we hit about like 2 or 3 G's a show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Down south, we like pushing right the money right in there. You're like, whoa, 2 or 3 easily. Do like 6 shows, stacking.
That's insane. How long did it take you to get to that point? Because you said you've been doing this since you were 12. So when did
I
you?
had I had shitty like situations, couple deals that just went sour that were major, and you know what I mean, it happens. Like 15 years old, you see this guy's gonna try to give you that. I've been around the run all my life. How long did it take me to get to that point? I'm gonna say like 7 years, 8 years.
Damn, man. Well, do you feel like when you got to that point, like it's paying off now? It's like fuck yeah, like the streams are booming. I'm getting paid for shows. Like, is it a fulfilling feeling, or you feel you're still hungry?
Listen, I told like my wife, I said, only thing I have to get is just a plaque. And then afterwards I can just say I did it. Everybody, if you see them around, platinum, gold, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like every time I'm around them, it's like, yo, what's up? And it's kind of like, yo, you got talent, but you ain't got that yet. And I'm like, God damn. That's the only accolade I need.
and then right when you get that, no one can tell you nothing.
Exactly. Like I'm sitting there watching me on BET the other day. My music video on there, my cousin's just like, I'm like, and he's just like this. He just listens to me and goes, yeah, cool. What the hell you mean cool? Like that's good. That's good. It's a little, yeah, good stuff. So walk out of the room, I'm like, this mother. Like, you just watch it, and all of a sudden the record comes on, lock you up right in there. Wait, was it BET or MTV? It was MTV, right? No, BET. BET. And then here, click, and I'm like, oh shit, my video's on here. So I'm thinking it's like, yeah, good job. Just, all right, cool. So what? I said, that's not like the first. So you're gonna react the times when I used to see you on it, and I used to be like, yo, good shit. He goes, shit, I ain't like you. He won't like that. Well, right after.
I'm really glad you brought up the BET and the MTV because you have incredible promotion. Like you've been posted by Newsday, This Is 50, Billboard Hip Hop, Boom Bap Nation, and your song Lock You Up premiered on MTV. And I know people are going to be thinking MTV doesn't even play music anymore.
No, they do. They play music. They do a lot of stuff. I don't know why everybody always says that. They do a lot of stuff because even MTV, we watching it in here. MTV had it in here, and then my boys would call me from California, from Chicago, from Nebraska, like places that you'd be like, what the hell? Like, yo, we just saw you, bro. This should look good. It's been on MTV for a month. It was been on BET for a month and a VH1 for a month.
Congratulations on that. How did you get onto all these platforms and blogs and stuff?
I got a good publicist. My wife is great. That's all I can say. My wife is great.
You know, I feel like MTV, I feel like that's like every artist's dream.
It was weird, man. Just sitting there and I was like, they lock you up, they want to cap you, put you inside where the lock is mental block. I was like, that's me. Looking at her like, that's me. Goes, yeah, that's you. I'm like, oh shit.
Getting exposure through MTV, did that have any change in your career? What did you gain from that? More
traction, more people like, damn, he's a real artist. Like, damn. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, this dude's a real artist now. It's like, what? I've been in real artists. You know, we get to see you on there, and then you would tell people like, yo, watch me on TV. I'll watch it. And all of a sudden, you just get that call like, yo, you're really on here. What? What I gotta lie about? Like, get out of here.
Accomplishing, like, you know, being premiered on MTV is like major. Newsday wrote an article about you. You just mentioned VH1. Like, do you have the typical like, yo, bro, remember me from high school? Like, yo, how you been?
Oh, son, how you doing? Yo, E, and then right? You just wrote on my page 3 years ago and quit. Okay. Throw the phone like this. Yeah. Like, nah, man. Like, trying to be cocky. He's like, you were just saying that you didn't believe it. Nah, I never said that. Right over the head. Any new artist from Long Island, definitely hit me up. Send me, you know what I mean? Send me a verse or send me whatever. I'll hop on it. I always support my island. Love new artists because you guys are the future. Remember that. I want to see my island become known. I don't care about, oh, I'm the king or I'm the greatest or I'm this. To me, honestly, a real leader can sit there and actually give his crown up anytime and say, you know what? My time is over. It's your time to shine. That's a real leader.
Wow, man. Yeah, I'm so glad you said that because people need to fucking hear that. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can stay great forever, like iconic, but at the end of the day, to stay iconic, you have to know when it's time to bow out and to say goodbye.
What's the best piece of advice that you've got that helped you with your career?
Just be yourself and just realize that, oh, the best advice? This is great. One day I called my pops, like, oh man, I'm getting tired of this. This is driving me crazy. And oh, just remember, it's just the beginning. I said, what? He said, yeah, hotels is going to mess up. DJs ain't going to want to play your stuff right. And then he said, have fun, son. I was like, I just like stopped, like, damn. I'm like, God damn. That's the best. The best advice is have fun. The best advice he really gave me was, it's gonna get harder, but you're built for it. That's what basically he was saying.
That's a nice compliment.
Yeah, he said it's gonna get harder, but you're built for it. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, we are. We definitely entertainers. If y'all listening, we have to be probably insane because we go through the most torture than any business, anybody, any job, anything. Entertainers have the hardest job, I think, of all, because we have to create, we have to make sure the concept is still there, and we got to promote ourselves, and then we got to deal with people in front of us all the time.
Yeah, and people's feedback, you know, people love you, people who hate you, and you know, like when you said your dad said you built for it, I took that as you mentally strong. You got to be fucking mentally strong.
Exactly. Because if you're not mentally strong, this game's going to destroy you, and it always destroys the weak. Or what happens is you get a deal, right? And you don't look at the contract correctly, and they got 80% of your royalty. And forever you will be in debt to that man with that name. Remember that. Don't do that. I've seen a lot of people do that and didn't even mean to do that. Always keep your publishing. Never give up your publishing and your masters. You give up your masters and your publishing, you're going to be broke for the rest of your life. Remember that.
Yeah, I hope everyone heard that because you were very serious when you said that.
That's a serious thing.
Yo, this whole interview, I got something shining in my eyes, man. Show off the watch. What's up with the watch?
Some just a little, man. Some that I just like to. This is my favorite piece right here, though. That's my ring. That's my engagement ring. That's the real ring.
Nice, man. I see that shit shining.
Well, it shines better because the woman that gave it to me always make me shine. So what more can I say?
Oh, I like, yo, you good with the words, man. I want to get into AMA, Asking Myself Association.
Ooh, here we go.
Can you just tell people about that who are not familiar?
Ask Myself Association was a former anti-bullying organization I used to run. I actually gave it, I still have the organization, but there's a young girl that actually does it right now, and she's running around and she's doing the anti-bullying and her thing. She's 11 years. I don't even know. I think she might be 14 years old now. When I gave it to her, she was 8 years old. She did stuff in the United Nations with it, so I let her rock with it.
And what was the inspiration to start something like that?
Being bullied all my life, being a victim to society. That's what they all say. And I wanted to put a stop to it. Nobody else was doing anything to really prevent it out here. It was people saying that they were trying to, but there was so many different things. And Asking Myself is an amazing organization, and I was blessed to actually be the person that found it. And it's insane, man.
And and you used to visit some of the schools, right?
Used to visit all the schools. I actually they asked me to have the region in New York City, Long Island, a Long Island region out here, and I told them, I said I have too much work to actually take over a region. So like, all right, cool, but I would go to every school from Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten, Manhattan, Long Island, all around, even Cali, any place you could think of, I've been.
When you would visit those schools, what was your presentation like?
A rap presentation. I said, yo, I would make them take a pen out and paper out and say, how do you guys feel right now? And they would be like, I said, put it into music, because this is what drained out all the negativity in my life when this was going on. So you got the kids and we go, okay, say something. Kid Johnny would bully and pick on me and throw, brother. See, that's cool. That's how you write it, like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then I would go back. And then the circle that we would do music, then we would talk about not entitlements, what do you call that? Damn, you're bringing me way back. That's why I'm smiling right now because I missed this time. Um, like labeling was a big thing that I hated because if you were labeled something, you're gonna act that way. So I would always say, I don't want to keep hearing about this kid's the bully, this kid's the victim. We know the kid's the victim, we know the kid's the bully, right? But you keep putting it into their head. So this one's gonna always act crazy. This one's always gonna act scared. I said, we got to take away that. They're like, how do you do that? I'm like, So then I made something called the system, the buddy system. Suffolk County took this. They're like, what the hell? How the hell did you think of this? I made a virtual buddy system. So, and I showed them and I came up with the whole thing and it was an app. And they were like, how the hell did you come up with this? I'm like, cause buddy systems. Years ago, if you feel scared and you feel bullied, right? Nobody's there to talk to you, right? What are you gonna do? Somebody right now is getting bullied and he's getting made fun of at the same time too, in the same situation as you, but it's anonymous. So you could talk to him, talk to the person till you ask, who is it? And then the person clicks something and then it opens it up. Like it was basically like, like the face screen. So as much as you get to know the person, you see the faces open up more, faces open up more, faces open up more. And that was something that I came up with.
That's really interesting. It's like an app to comfort people who experience bullying.
Exactly. And we took away, and then we sat there and we would ask the bully what was going on, but we already knew what was going on because most of the kids that was getting bullied, the houses were messed up. Dad would kick their ass, beat them, put them away. So the kid's gonna act up no matter what. But you did have some incidents where the kid was just a rich individual that just liked to do bad things. But that was like probably the margin was probably like 1%. The rest of them had tormented, was getting beat up, and they hated themselves. So what you had to do was you had to change that narrative and switch it. And a lot of it worked, bro. Oh man, I really missed this time. I used to have envelopes of kids writing me, thanking me, parents too. And that was like, man, I want to give that up for the world, man. I wish I could still find some of those letters, man. One guy wrote to me, thank you so much for helping my son graduate high school. Another one wrote, thank you so much for teaching me how to defend myself. It was a lot, man. It was a lot.
That's amazing, man. And it must have been such a great feeling to really see that like something you created really had an impact and it's working.
Well, then they told me I couldn't do it because I was illiterate. I couldn't read right. There was people that told me I couldn't do it. So then I put all my frustration and I met the governor 2 weeks later.
I just want to say, like, I appreciate you making something like that because, it takes a lot of courage just for you to share a story like that and then to actually do something about it. Especially yourself being a hip hop artist, a lot of people want to, oh, I'm the cool guy, everybody loves me. But how you were brave and shared that story and you actually did something about it, like I got a lot of respect for that. So you should be really proud of yourself.
I love it. That's why when you ask me about the young guys and saying the music, I just love the youth. I feel like a lot of times the kids don't have no love. And a lot of the times, because the kids ain't got no love, they act out. That's why you see all these killings and robberies and all that. These are kids that didn't have no love, older adults that didn't have no love when they were childs. No matter what you say or anybody says, they never felt love. And that's why, too, I always wanted to not get rid of the prison system, but to really, my real goal was to actually try to really reform the prison system and make it more kind of like a Job Corps in a way how to basically, I'm not saying like the real criminals, like the ones that kill people to read, you know what I mean? Because honest to God, you kill somebody, that you can't come back from that, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
God, you can't come back from that. You raise somebody, you can't come back from that. Because that just shows the type of person you are. Oh, but this happened by accident, and like that guy in Los Angeles, that guy that you probably heard that molested that girl, the 10-year-old girl, and he got away with it, saying that he tried to get a minor. He's literally 19 years old, and they're trying to freaking knock him down to like a minor. Are you kidding me? Like the 10-year-old. Like those kind of crimes you shouldn't get away with. put the petty crimes, like the stupid crimes, the white collar, the dumb crimes, make it into a job corps, even help the government make money, right? So you start really making money into the jails, and you bring more money into the jails, and then you give them more stuff. Like you go to jails, everyone's like, oh yeah, they're fine. I'm like, come on, bro. They're sitting in there, they live like freaking animals, they live in cages. There's no sin that you can do except for murder, rape, and killing that should land you into the freaking bars, sitting there feeling like a criminal.
Well, that's really interesting stuff, man. Yo, I think this whole thing was like really fun, and I appreciate, me and you and getting to talk to you. And this has been like a fucking great episode. So thank you for coming out and doing this, dude.
Man, I love being here, bro.
Before we wrap things up, do you just want to say anything to like your fans and supporters out there? Just something you want to let them know?
Sure. Thank you guys out there so much, for supporting my music and stuff, and just knowing that an artist really does appreciate it. I'm an artist because I live by my music. When you eat from your music, I always tell everybody this. An artist will die by the sword. Even with the music, man, we will die by our music. At the end of the day, man, we're just trying to make a living for the family, at the same time trying to give you guys great entertainment, and we appreciate you guys any which way, and I couldn't be here without any of my supporters, and I love you all. Straight up. Dude, this is a great show. I really like this show.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming out. Dude, when I was like looking into you, you're an interesting guy, man, and I was like very excited to talk to you. So I appreciate you reaching out. Yo, how'd you hear about us?
I just went on the website. It was cool. I was just literally going around and I seen something that said L.I. Rise. I was like, oh, cool. But I remembered you from when Jerry came on the show, and I was like, oh, that's hot. Shout out to my old friend, Jay Robinson. Much love, much success, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Robinson, man. He's fucking killing it. I'm proud of him too.
Hey, man, you know what? You always got to love people that you grew up with, man. I'm tired of people hating on people that grown up. Much love, my Jay. You already know.
Yeah, and you know what's cool about him? It's like we still keep in touch and we'll message each other, and like the success he hasn't gone to his head, and I just respect him so much for that. He's still the guy I met before the deal.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna go. That's Jerry, man. Jerry's always been that type of dude. I remember when he was on tour, and I asked him to do me a hook. I do him the record. 2 seconds later, I go into my inbox with the hook. I'm like, oh shit. All right, cool. I'm like, yeah. He never. That's my man's.
He's a fucking hardworking guy.
Dude, he literally busted his ass all of his life. So I have to give props to a man that works.
Fuck yeah. Yo, shout out to Jay Robinson one more time, man. But yo, I appreciate you joining me. I think it was really fun. Before we wrap it up, just let everybody know where they could follow you and listen to the music.
Man, follow me at Enjetic 2021 at Instagram, or you can go on Google and get me on enjetic.com. Thank you. Love. Peace out, my brothers and sisters.